What up, YouTube? It's Dave Medic 1 here. I have another knife review. If you guys have stayed tuned with my channel and whatnot, you know that recently I had sold my Mantis Pit Boss knife. And basically, there's nothing wrong with the knife or anything like that. It was just sitting in a knife bag or in a knife case, and I would never used it, I never EDC'd it, and you know, I kind of wanted to get fresh new stuff. Fresh new inventory or knives, so that way I could show you guys and review them on the channel. So I let it go, and I was kind of bummed out when it let it go. So I had this like void that I had to fill. So today's knife review, this knife is filling that void, and you'll see why in a second. The knife review I have for you today is the Quartermaster knives Templeton face Peck, model number QTR-3. It is this knife is $79.95, offered at Blade HQ, and it is a little bit more expensive than what I usually, as far as knives go, or what I spend on knives and stuff. But I am starting to buy some more expensive stuff, but I'm not going to stop buying the inexpensive stuff either. This is just something I had to get because I was intrigued by it because of some of the specs, and I'll show you that here in a second. First off, packaging. Pretty nice, what you would expect from, you know, an $80 purchase on a knife. It's got this Quartermaster sleeve here, model number. Cool thing is, it says here, and I don't know if you guys can see that, U.S. made for domestic users, not for export. What that means is they only sell to U.S. They don't sell overseas. And it is made completely in the United States. So I know a lot of you guys that are super, you know, hardcore, you know, buy USA. You guys will be happy with it. Let's take a look at the knife here. Show it to you real quick before we get into some specs. Alright, let's get into these specs here. Let me see. The overall length of this knife is 7 inches. The blade length is 2 3/4 inches. It is CPM 154, 5860 RC. The handle, oh, excuse me, and the blade is a flat ground tanto. Pretty nice. 2 thumb studs. Like, one wasn't good enough, but it's got 2 thumb studs. The handle here, G10 of course, black. Mild textured. Pocket clip is tip up, right or left hand carry only. This knife features the Quartermaster knives, I guess, patented orb system, and basically what it is kind of like the IKBS bearing system, but the bearing or the ball bearings are, I guess, enclosed. This pivot can, you know, you tighten it all the way down and it still moves smoothly. I believe the Chris Reeves, Sabenzas, Untitled, all that good stuff, they do their pivot system in a similar manner. Blade stock is very, very thick, 3/16 thick from what I have here, or to be more exact, 0.01875, whatever, 2 millimeters, under 2 millimeters there. The lock is what they call a subliminal frame lock, but I believe it looks to me just like a liner lock. I'd have to kind of break this down to actually see what they mean by a subliminal frame lock. It is a beefy liner lock, and the lock is early engagement. It is rock solid, no blade play whatsoever on this. I mean, solid, 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 which is something you would expect with the handle width being, you know, the handle width is 3/4 inches, blade stock almost 2 millimeters. The knife is a little on the heavy side. 6.7 ounces on a knife that's 7 inches long. It is pretty heavy. It will take up a lot of real estate in your pocket, and yes, you will know that this is in your pocket. It is kind of heavy, but it's really nice. There is jimping. It comes on the very top here. Really thick, beefy, accented jimping, but it is rounded. It's not going to burn your hand up too bad, although it is a little on the aggressive side. You have it here. You also have it on the back for reverse grip applications. The ergos are really nice. When you hold the knife, it automatically causes the knife to angle down this way, so for cutting tasks, it suits it perfectly. The cutouts, even though as funky as they look, they do make sense. It does feel good in the hands. Reverse grip. not so bad either. Really, really nice. Bead blast finish on the blade. There's this Q that's stamped out on the blade. It has somewhat of a kind of like a satin finish, slightly reflective. On this side it says USA made. They're very proud of that, and this is number 71 out of 300. Double thumb stud. Basically, when I read up on that, on the double thumb stud, it's a design feature. I guess it goes along with the heft and how big the knife is. That, like I was saying and joking earlier, then not only one thumb stud but two. It is a flipper too. It's got a little flipper notch right here that has some jimping, but it takes a little bit of wrist action to deploy it. It is brand new. I just got it today. So as I imagine, as it starts to break in and that orb bearing system starts to free up a little bit, it should ease up and deploy a lot easier. Be able to utilize the flipper, which you guys know I'm a big fan of the flipper. So anyway, really nice knife. Pretty happy I got it. It's a good replacement for the for my Pit Boss. Actually, if you look on the Quartermaster website or on Blade HQ, they have a knife that looks exactly like the Tough Tony, another Mantis knife. That is not by accident. They were given permission by Mantis to go ahead and do that knife, and they added a couple tweaks to it. Their own, like a 2-notch serration on it, along with the orb pivot system, and a couple other accents and features on there. But Mantis gave them the go-ahead. This knife is reminiscent to some of the stylings as far as the Tough Tony and the Pit Boss goes. So yeah, definitely hints there. But yeah, this knife, like I said, it was $80. They do make another knife that's larger than this, and then they have the their Tough Tony kind of collaboration deal or whatever. So Blade HQ has it. Like I said, it was just under just right at $80. So anyway, guys, there you go. It's my knife review for today. Pretty happy with this knife. I'm gonna have a couple more knife reviews coming this week, so stay tuned. New subscribers, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Comments are welcome. Post them below. I'll try to answer them as quickly as possible. So thanks for tuning in. Peace.